With so many variable ND filters to choose from these days, it's hard to know which one is the best. I find myself reaching for one specific one for my Canon EOS R over and over again. And the reason is actually quite simple. I'm Raphael, and welcome to the channel where our goal is to always fix it in camera and then finesse it in post. And I always appreciate the early thumbs up because this is all about a frictionless creative process. And for me, ND filters are great, but at the same time, a huge pain point for creating. There are two ways that I use ND filters. One on set, where quality is of the highest importance, and we take the time to dial in the perfect lighting, and we are very meticulous with our choices of filters. This is usually where we don't use variable ND filters at all, but fixed ND filters. Each one blocking a set f-stop of light. If you need a stronger one, you just swap it out. These filters are typically more expensive and of the highest optical quality with minimal color casts, if any. And this is because fixed ND filters are created from a glass which is doped with material which provides the wanted absorption. And there are many cine cameras like Sony's and Canon's that have built-in fixed ND filters right in front of the sensor. Variable ND filters, on the other hand, consist of two circular polarizing layers of glass that are placed in opposition of each other and twisted to create the desired light reduction. Variable NDs are what most people buy for their cameras. And it makes sense. It covers the level of light reduction in one filter. Once it's on the camera, it's great for run and record videos and photography. Variable NDs are what I use on my personal cameras, and they're always with me. And I've looked at many different types to see which works best. I've had the cheap ones that fully spin and quickly allow you to stop down, but create this awesome X and color cast if pushed too far. I've used ones that only have hard stops, only 2 to 5 or 6 to 9 ND, and these are much better. They eliminate the X, but slow down the process when you have to switch them out. So I've tried many different types over the years, but the one I consistently keep reaching for is the drop-in variable ND filter for the Canon EF to RF lens adapter. It's not the best one, but it's so easy to use and it doesn't produce that X. And optically, it's been pretty good for the 2 years that I've used it. It's one of the big reasons I have not bought too many RF lenses. The EF lenses are still so good, and I love having the ND filter behind the lens, meaning I can swap out any lens and still have the ND filter. It's not a two-step process. Remove the lens, remove the ND filter, put the lens on, and then put on the ND filter. It all comes down to speed when I'm in a run and record scenario. I can just leave it in the adapter or I can swap it out super fast. It's really small comparatively, and now there are companies starting to make filters for this adapter like Breakthrough Photography, but they're usually back ordered, so be patient with them. I know it's not perfect, it doesn't have hard stops or any other markings that let me know how strong it is in any given setting, but it's the ease of use without the other optical downsides to other variable ND filters. And I found it really interesting that I have access to all these other filters, but this is the one that I keep choosing. And I'm super happy with this purchase after 2 years. What is your go-to ND filter? Do you even use an ND filter? Or do you crank the shutter like some animal? I did a full review on the Canon EF to RF drop-in filter adapter where I go over all the pros and cons of it. If you found this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, I live stream on my second channel where I do deep dives on the creative process as well as freelance financials. So make sure you check that out. As always, thanks for watching.